All right, so I want to talk about Eurodance group ATC, best known for their most successful hit, Around the World.
It goes around the world just la 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 la. It's all around the world.
Still to this day, that song becomes trendy. I don't know if it's still trending, but it had its moment of TikTok and people doing it and shit. Anyways, the members came from different countries: New Zealand, Italy, Australia, and England. They've been active from 99 to 2003. They disbanded in 2004, but they originally met in Germany as cast members of the musical Cats, and they decided to form a dance group. Their first single, Around the World, was originally a song called Pasenka by a Russian group called Ruki Veve. Don't laugh. Probably butchered the fuck out of that. The ATC single was released on the 1st of April 2000 and went number 1 in Germany for 6 weeks. And in summer 2000, it was later an only top 40 hit in the United Kingdom and United States. I don't know what it did here in Canada, but it was played a lot. Like on Much Music, you would see the video often. Had a very futuristic look. I found that, you know, everybody during this time with the new millennium and shit, people were really just going to the future. Vitamin C was one of those people too that were really like made the impact of what the future was in their music, videos, style, everything. So like it was a really fun time. It was really fun to grow up during that time and have the future being brought into the future. We had this idea of what it would be like, somewhat, you know, not really all the way there, but their debut album, Planet Pop, was released internationally on November 6, 2000, and later February 6, 2001 in the United States. It was released off of Sony BMG Music Entertainment and Republic Records, home to Taylor Swift and Nicki Minaj. I only know Republic Records from Shania Twain switching to them recently, handling the Queen of Me album, which I found they did like a really like shitty job. It was done poorly. But I had no idea Republic Records went that far fucking back. I'm gonna have to look into them more and see what who they're responsible for artist-wise. But they sound like they do a good job. Just they kind of like didn't handle Shania's project well. The album featured songs from Alex Christensen and Clyde Ward, and the group was awarded an Echo for Best Dance Act. So this album, like, it was really well done. All the dance tracks that are on there, they could still be played with today's like mainstream dance tracks. That's just how well they did this fucking album, quality wise, and just it didn't sound dated at all. Maybe the ballads, they kind of just, you know, lose the steam of where it was going, but majority of the album dance tracks really solid. Like, this is one of my favorite albums ever. They just did a really good job on it. The highlights of it for me was Until, Why Oh Why, So Magical, and Mind Machine Alone. I always saw some sort of like animation, like it was very fitting for something like an animation of some sort. Like it gave me like Final Fantasy vibes and shit. They really chose the wrong fucking singles. And then there was oh my god, Notte d'Amore, More Conte. God damn, horrible with this shit. But that was another fan favorite I learned whenever they were live recent. Like a couple years ago, they did like this live and they talked about that. And literally they just threw Italian words around and people liked it. I like it. That was one of my favorites off the album too. Speaking of the singles, they only had 4 singles: Around the World, My Heart Beats Like a Drum, which is very much like Around the World, same fucking rhythm and shit, just changing a little shift in the melody and shit. Thinking of You, which was more like a ballad, and Why Oh Why.
It's a feeling I got inside.
Why Oh Why has a dope video, like again with the future shit, just a bunch of fucking like unnecessary crap going on. Really dope video for its time. You know, we did this shit back then. Why? I don't know. We loved it though. Just give us some sort of fucking futuristic background and some odd shit going on and we're fucking sold. So later in 2001, the group released the single I'm in Heaven When You Kiss Me.
I'm in heaven when you kiss me. Heaven when you kiss me. You were sent to me from Wonderland.
It says it was somewhat successful in parts of Europe. This was the lead single off their second album, Touch the Sky, that was later released in 2003. Another single, Set Me Free, was released in 2002 and it flopped completely. The album was finally released Touch the Sky, but again, it flopped. The album peaked at number 97 in Germany and didn't chart anywhere else. The group decided to end ATC due to the album failing, and I feel like this was like when pop music really changed. Like already in 2001, pop music changed. You know, you had Britney, Christina coming in with going more urban, and they were really running shit. So 2001 was like literally the dying pop scene that we knew it to be, like the cheesy horniness that it had going on a lot of the time. That completely ended. They kind of took pop in a more urban direction. It got serious. It got more R&B. The beats got heavier. The beats became more, less dance, but more urban rhythm. So I feel like that really damaged them. Nobody was really checking for dance tracks anymore at this time. There was those few that kind of made its way in, but majority of the pop acts kind of just died. Everybody that was pop was going fucking urban. Christina Milian, and even these people, they had these poppy hits at one point, and it's like it just completely shifted. So everything has its moment, everything has its time, right? Doesn't make the music bad though. Like I'm in Heaven When You Kiss Me, another catchy, like they have the signature sound, I find, and I feel like that fits it so well. Set Me Free as well. They had another single, I think it was called New York or something like that. It was a third single off the album that I didn't really like. But in 2003, they had to change their group name from the initials ATC to A Touch of Class. The DJ and producer ATB took the band's record label to court, and the band was forced to formally drop the ATC initials. I'll still always refer to them as ATC. A Touch of Class was some, like, I don't know, kind of just everyone always refers to them as ATC. I never heard anybody ever call them A Touch of Class, but whatever saves their fucking shit. So fast forward to years later, I think it was maybe 2 years ago, all four of them went on a live. I think it was like Instagram or something like that, and they discussed the Around the World single becoming trendy on TikTok again and blah blah blah. They were talking about, you know, a possible reunion and what that would be like. They basically said that they wouldn't have the same energy. Like, one thing about them, they really came through with the performances. They lip sync and shit a lot of the times. A lot of these Euro dance groups and stuff like that, they tend to lip sync pop acts, anything that's like electric dance, pop. They more so focus on the performance, the dance and shit. They were another favorite of mine for like choreography and stuff, but they said that they would do less dancing and more so just focus on the music. There was a short reunion of some sort a few years back whenever the song did go viral again. It was like some new fucking people brought in. I wasn't the original members, and it's like nothing ever came from that again. It was more like, if you don't give us what we want, like us fans of ATC, we actually look forward to seeing the original members. We don't give a fuck for some new people. And I find when it comes to like dance tracks and shit like that, they'll just get anybody. They think that they can just get anybody to sing the shit, but it's like, that you can't do that. We don't want that. So I don't think that there will ever be an actual reunion. A lot of them are just busy being like mothers and working on their shit. So it's unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. Time happens, age happens, and I could see them definitely going to the 90s throwback things and shit, but like I don't think they give a fuck for it. Anyways, you know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time.